At the base of your spine for sourcing and urgings, you receive the moon. It's about basic instincts, secrets, and deception, as well as hidden dangers and the fear of the unknown. But what I'm seeing in my mind is the word distortion. When you walk in the reflective light of the moon, the elongated shadows distort things. And from what I'm seeing is that you heard something that was out of context, or you saw something that you don't know what preceded up to this event. And it's causing confusion. Maybe people aren't intentionally lying or deceiving you, but maybe they're not telling you the whole truth. And this is causing fear of the unknown. The clarification card is the Hierophant. Whatever information that you're missing from the moon card is giving you the feeling that there's something wrong. The pillars on each side of the Hierophant represent right and wrong. And you're feeling like things aren't in balance. The meaning of the word in Latin, Hierophant, is to show or make known. So perhaps the Hierophant is filling in the gaps that are in the moon card, the gaps of information that are in the moon card. And maybe he's bringing forth some truths for you to feel more comfortable. In the sacrum or pelvic area, for awakening and arousing, you receive the Ten of Cups. I call this the happiness card. It can be familial happiness, but it's just happiness. It's happiness with all kinds of people, friends, family, acquaintances. A card of comfort and stability, but it's also about living a simple life. Complicated lives are not happy. And it's a card about shared happiness. There's been many storms until the rainbow showed. But now all of a sudden, you've reached a certain emotional and loving connection between people that has more worth than money to you. However, the clarification card is the Nine of Pentacles. This can mean financial success, but it also means just success and self-reliance and stability, contentment. 9 is the number of completion, and 10 for the Ten of Cups is the number of endings and new beginnings. So you've gone through some type of cycle and you feel very comfortable and you've made much progress in your spiritual, emotional, and sexual life. Above that, in the solar plexus, we receive the Ace of Cups. It's sowing seeds for stable emotions, expanding emotions. It's up to you, though. The aces are all only just a promise. It's up to you to do the work involved to deepen your bonds with a lover, family, and friends. Now, the clarification card is the World. You've been through a cycle. You've completed a cycle. You ran through a gauntlet of trials and tribulations, and you've earned and learned and changed. And it's time for you to go out in the world and utilize this knowledge to your advantage. So overall, in your unconscious side of your inner self, the big moral to the story is that you're changing. You're in a new cycle. You receive the 10 and the 9 for completion and endings and new beginnings. The Ace is new beginnings. The World card is going into a new cycle. Here in the heart of the matter, the situation is the Two of Pentacles. 2 to me means decision or decisions and partnerships. This is just a natural progression of endings to new beginnings, is that you have to make some decisions. where you want to go, what will make you happy. What is your purpose in life? However, the clarification card is kind of, whoa, slow down a little bit because you received the Hangman. Odin hung for 9 days, staring into the well of Urds to receive the wisdom of the runes, secret magic letters. And you too have to take some time out to think about where you want to go and what you want to do. You relinquish this freedom from the outside world for the stillness of the inside person. The lesson to this story is that you have to sacrifice things for spiritual journeys and stop trying to control the physical outside world. You just have to let it go through its natural course. Don't be fitting a round peg in a square hole, or trying to anyway. In the Hangman's presence, it's telling you to take some meditative time out and think about what you're doing, and that makes a lot of sense when you have a decision card. Down here in the throat, for communicating and teachings, you receive the Three of Wands. It's a card of motion and expansion. You've made some plans and the wheels are turning, but I'm feeling like they're turning very slowly. You might have made some decisions and some things are coming to fruition, but you're still apprehensive about where you're going, and I can see that then again because the clarification card is the Hermit. The Hermit wants you to shed these fruitless emotions and desires and go within yourself, just as the Hangman is telling you. You have to look inside yourself for inner strength and spiritual truths before you go forward with this Three of Wands card, and commit yourself completely to some decisions that maybe aren't quite right for you. Up there in the third eye, or what I call seeing and envisioning, receive the Strength card. It's not only physical strength, but spiritual strength, and it's about intense patience and gentle courage. It's about taming the beast inside yourself and recognizing the beast inside other people. So it's wanting you to master certain challenges, and I can see there's some challenges with the decisions that you're having to make now. And the clarification card too is the Temperance. I mean, you've got so many cards that's saying, hey, wait, slow down, think about it, moderate yourself. You've got the Hangman, you've got the Hermit, you've got the Strength card, you've got Temperance. The Strength and Temperance cards, including them and all the cards in between, are about environmental influences, outside influences. And it's telling you to start looking at these very heavily while you're making these decisions. What kind of outside influences are there? And do you really want to listen to other people, or maybe just listen to your inner self? Because your unconscious self on the left side is really telling you good things are going to be happening. You've got new beginnings. Up in the crown, for your knowing and understanding, is the Queen of Swords. She's you, Aquarius. It's air, intellect, words, logic. She's telling you to take control. Take control of your life. Make sure you know the purpose behind your decisions. And that makes you what you are, Aquarian, because you're the logic person, you're the brainiac. And it's time to utilize it and take control of it. harness your talents. And the clarification card is another great card. It's the Ace of Wands. This is more of a spiritual. It's telling you to balance your logic with spirituality. It's telling you to take advantage of the new beginnings that are coming into your life. Now down on the left-hand side is your past card. Normally I say, oh, there's a whole bunch of people involved in your life, but you receive very few court cards, and I'm not feeling that. What I'm feeling is that you acquired some skills. Might not have been intentional. You didn't sign up for school and you're going for a certain vocation. It might have just been you were drawn to a certain topic or subject and you just started learning more and more about it, or you started a hobby that just completely enthralled you and you just wanted to learn as much as you can about it. But what it did was it set a platform, a basic understanding of talents that now you have. And on the right side, you have the Magician card, which plays off that incredibly well. Is that you have now the talents and the tools, and with the new beginnings, and even the Three of Wands card, the ambition to do new things in your life and change your life. As I always say, the fool is in command of his life, but the magician is in control of his life. And just as you had the Queen of Swords, which personifies you, it's saying that you understand now that you can be in control and you are taking control. Now the messages of the angel card. Vanessa, you see her name underneath the Hanged Man in the center of the reading. She says to make your decisions, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? I think there is a divine purpose. The Hierophant, the presence of the Hierophant, is saying that. And it's also, there's a lot of cosmic energy telling you to make some good decisions and slow down and make sure you know where you're going. Make sure you know what your purpose is. It's the Nine of Pentacles. It's a card about success, comfort, security, stability, material rewards, self-satisfaction, self-reliance, patience, and hard work. But there are sacrifices to achieve this now freedom that you have. You might still be young, but you have simple needs that are being taken care of and you feel content. 9 is the number of completion. And somewhere you're heading towards endings and new beginnings. Clarification card is the Two of Swords. There's a problem over the kingdom. You're having a problem with making a decision. There's conflicting but equal forces pulling you two different ways. It's like a contradictory burden. And you're really not sure what to do. You're wondering if you're being deceived, or are you deceiving yourself? This is all about emotions. She's got her two arms crossed her heart chakra. So it's not only about swords and air and communications, it's all about emotions too. And the number 2 is about decisions, partnerships, balance. Right now, this card is making you feel trapped. You feel hurt. And you want to protect yourself. Because you're in the middle of some kind of dilemma that needs a resolution. And here it's probably that blinding truths have been ignored. The central card for what can be or is yours is the Strength card. There's a couple different types of strength. You've got mental and spiritual strength. Or you can consider it gentle discipline and divine courage. A lot of times you need strength to dispel fear, because then you'll achieve patience. I call this card Taming the Beast, and being able to identify the beasts inside of other people. Because you're looking for a balance of compassion and intellect. You want to restrain worldly passions and anger to advance you towards a better spiritual domain and towards enlightenment. It comes down to mastering your challenges or they will master you. And so it's telling you to look within, look inside. The clarification card is the Ace of Pentacles. If you could start making decisions from the Two of Swords and using the Strength card to back this up, the Ace of Pentacles is offering a new beginning. It's a hand holding a pentacle out with the promise of more. It's giving you gifts of value and fates of fortune if you're willing to put the work into it with the Strength card. It could mean financial struggles are over as well, and that business and work matters are getting real-time success. However, Rome wasn't built in a day, and hard work is expected to reap the rewards. Now up in the top right for self and self-awareness is the Five of Cups. I call this card a lot of D words: displacement, disappointment, dissatisfaction. Something didn't turn out right or the way you wanted it to turn out. And it has this feeling of disarray. Things are splayed. One thing about it is that sometimes you understand the motives of people, but a lot of times you don't understand why they have these motives. And for you now, the cup is half empty instead of half full. And the clarification card is the Queen of Cups. She's a nice mother. Sometimes she can be smothering because she has too much love. But here what she's pointing out is intuition. If you notice that she's sitting on her throne, looking into a cup that actually has a cover over it, which is indicating that she's using her sixth sense and intuition, and that's what she wants you to do too. Because this is going to bring more realization and understanding why the Five of Cups is there and why there's problems and how it's connected to the Two of Swords. You have a decision to make, and it's a very difficult one. Now the future card is the Hierophant. Anytime you see this card, it means someone's seeking a truth. And this has to do with the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. But then there's also this feeling about you making peace with what's right and wrong. Somebody in your life is doing some wrong things and you're not sure what to do about it. Aquarians are no-nonsense kind of people, so when they receive the Hierophant card, it's like you have to find the answer through more time-tested traditional approaches to make a decision and move forward. I pulled a clarification card and you received the Star. It's about healing and hope. It's about bringing yourself into a safe harbor to moor your ship. I always use the analogy Dante, who used the star to guide him out of the inferno of what he considered hell. The star is just a promise, though. The fog is dissipating, and you're starting to see things more clearly now. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.